questions, multiple choice, of course. And before I get started, as always, there will be my disclaimers, but this one is actually a new one. So, I am I am currently recovering from the smallest sickness ever. Like, I wouldn't even call it a sickness, but it was like, not to share too much, like not to be like too TMI or whatever, but like, like congestion, like runny nose and stuff. That's literally it, right? But of course, if my nose is running and I'm like congested, that's obviously not good for ASMR. So that's, for starters, that is why this video is actually going to be late, because I was going to record it last night, but my nose would not let it go, let up, and then I was eating dinner that night, and I was talking to my mother, and it genuinely felt like I was suffocating, like I was so breathless. Yeah, because I couldn't breathe properly, but that has kind of gone away now, but it's still there to an extent, and I think my nose is a bit, like that high-pitched whistling sound. So if you hear any of that in today's video, I really do apologize, and please know that I did try to, delay doing the video as long as possible to ensure that it wasn't bad, but I wanted to get a video out, and it's not like I'm so unwell that I can't do things, like I'm completely fine. It's just like that one little thing. So anyways, I will zip it, and if you hear, wheezing or like, like maybe more breathing than normal, just ignore it, because that's probably why. Even though normally I do struggle with controlling my breath, and that's actually one of like my insecurities, my ASMR insecurities, that I can't really I feel really awkward when I whisper when I do ASMR, because I can't control my breath, and I don't want you to hear me going, but I also don't want to be suffocating. So anyways, let me actually shut up and get into this video. And also, creaky chair, God, that thing annoys me. Anyways, okay. Question number 1. Which major battle led to Danelaw in North England after Alfred the Great defeated the Vikings? The Battle of Edington, the Battle of Hastings, the Battle of Bosworth Field, or the Battle of Fulford? My guess is going to be either the Battle of Edington or Eddington, or the Battle of Fulford, because I know that the Battle of Hastings was fought between William the Conqueror and Howard Godwinson, and I think that's where Howard Godwinson was killed, and where William won England, and then the Battle of Bosworth Field is where I think Richard III was defeated by Henry Tudor, who then went on to become Henry VII. I think. I'm not sure, I think it was. So I'm just gonna guess the Battle of Fulford. The answer is the Battle of Eddington. was launched during which century? Your options include the 5th century, the 8th century, the 11th century, or the 13th century. I'm personally going to guess the 8th century. The correct answer is the 8th century. And it just says after the Umayyad dynasty conquered much of Iberia in the 8th century, Muslims maintained at least some control in the region until the end of the Middle Ages. During this period, Muslim, Christian and Jewish cultures merged, as these groups were forced to live aside one another. Sorry, there's like a loud something going by. I truly have no idea. I think it might be a truck, but I can't really think where a truck would be going by so close to be that loud. But it was also quiet enough that I barely noticed it, so hopefully you won't notice it. Anyways, question number 3. Before becoming a knight, a person would have to serve as what? An apostate, a bishop, a baron, or a squire? Or a squire. A squire. Before becoming a knight, what would you have to serve as? There's also a bat outside, so please also excuse that. My personal guess is a squire. The correct answer is a squire, so before becoming a knight, a person would have to serve as a squire. Question number 4. Sorry, I've already lost track. Wow. Do you know what the Catholic Church would do to a king who went against their orders? Your 4 options include fine them, just them, excommunicate them, or force payment of a relief. Or force payment. Or force payment of a relief. I might need to invest in a better desk chair because my back is so sore right now because of the awkward position that I am sitting in. So as to prevent this desk chair from being so loud, and it's not working because I can hear it creaking. And it's also, I think that's what's also causing strife when it comes to my breathing. But anyways, my guess is that the Catholic Church would excommunicate kings who went against their orders. And that is true. It says the Catholic Church wasn't afraid to excommunicate a king who went against their wishes. However, they didn't limit excommunication to royalty, as members of the clergy, vassals, and common people all faced being cut off from the influence famously left Europe to travel where? North America, Asia, Africa, or South America? Or South America. Marco Polo. My guess is going to be Asia. Okay, the answer is Asia, and it says, during medieval times, Marco Polo used the Silk Road to travel between Europe and Asia, where he made contact as far as China. Though he wasn't the first European to embark on this journey, he was the one to write a book about his adventures, giving Europeans a glimpse of what Asia was like. Question number 6. What was the purpose of the Doomsday Book when it was completed under William the Conqueror? Your 4 options include: it told the end of times, it outlined the goals of England, it separated England from the Catholic Church, or it was a land survey, survey. Surprisingly, I know this answer. I'm almost positive I know the answer. And the answer is surprisingly a land survey. I've never really thought, it says Doomsday, that's how it's written. I swear it was called the Doomsday Book. But maybe it was just Doomsday. Anyways, it says that to better control England, William the Conqueror had the Doomsday Book recorded in order to get a better gauge on where power lay within the kingdom. He was able to use his knowledge when he redistributed land to the followers who were loyal during the conquest. Question number 7. Question number 7. Can you remember which uni was the first one founded in Europe that has been in continuous operation? Your 4 options include the University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge, the University of Bologna, or the University of Coimbra, or Coimbra. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced, so forgive my horrible pronunciation. My guess is maybe the University of Oxford. Okay, no. The answer is the University of Bologna. It says, founded in 1088 AD, or CE, the University of Bologna was established as a centre of study in law for students across Europe. The earliest students went on to fill positions within either the Catholic Church or the state. Question number 8. Question number 8. Which pope was responsible for ordering the end of the Knights Templar? The Knights Templar. Your 4 options include Pope Clement V, Pope Benedict XI, Pope John the 22nd, or Pope Boniface. Is that it? It might be the 8th. Those are your 4 options. I truly have no idea who or what the answer could be, because I don't even know when the Knights Templar was disbanded, so I couldn't even try to guess who would be Pope. So let's just guess John the 22nd, because if there were 22 Johns, well then there's got to be a decent chance that one of the popes at the time was a John. Anyways, that logic was incorrect, because the actual answer is Pope Clement V. It says Pope Clement became a close ally of King Philip IV of France, who he allowed to imprison and torture members of the Knights Templar into giving confessions of heresy. Philip encouraged the Pope to provide him with this authority because he wanted to eliminate debts France owed to the Templar. Wow, that's horrific. Guess, corruption is not a new thing. Question number 9. Question number 9. Geoffrey Chaucer wrote what important book that became influential during the late medieval period? Your 4 options include The Song of Roland, The Divine Comedy, The Canterbury Tales, or The Travels of Marco Polo. I'm not going to guess The Travels of Marco Polo, because I think in the previous question it actually said that Marco Polo wrote about China, and that it gave people of the medieval period a glimpse into how the East worked. So I might say The Canterbury Tales. Okay, I bumped The Song of Roland when I meant to click The Canterbury Tales, but the correct answer is The Canterbury Tales. And it says The Canterbury Tales was written as a series of stories following pilgrims as they embark on a journey from London to the Canterbury Cathedral. These pilgrims were encouraged to tell a story that would be rewarded with a free supper if their story was deemed the best. of Edinburgh, Northampton. I'm going to guess maybe the Treaty of Edinburgh, Northampton, just because I think that like both states would like to have their like respective like areas mentioned. The correct answer is the Treaty of Edinburgh, Northampton. It says after a long war, both in England and Scotland sought peace to end the bitter conflict, which had turned in the Scottish favour. The Treaty of Edinburgh, Northampton was finally reached, with the agreement that King Edward II's daughter would marry the son of Robert the Bruce. Okay, that marks the end of today's video. I just want to say that I really apologize if my breathing was really loud, if the outside noises were really loud, if the chair was really loud. I just apologize if this video wasn't the best. I don't know, for some reason, maybe my opinion will change when I am going back and editing, but I'm just not feeling too, confident about this video. That's not my way of going, oh, please, that's not my way of, I use this word lightly. That's not my way of, attention seeking. It's more just me saying that, I don't know, I just feel like it isn't the best, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Anyways, I'm kind of saying that because I feel like I was a bit, a bit sour in this video, just because I've got a notepad right here that has 4, different, sections that, are all more than 1 minute long that I need to cut out because, either side of my house started walking around, my back was really sore, I just needed to breathe, so I'm just not confident about how the rest of the video turned out. So, anyways, honestly, random question actually, if you've made it if you have made it to the end of this video, would you like a video of me? Would you be interested in a video of me just kind of picking a topic and just rambling about it? I won't have a script. I won't read anything off Google. I might just sit here and just talk because for some reason I think me holding the iPad is what's causing the pain. Or maybe me holding the iPad makes me go a bit rigid, especially on this creaky chair. So I think that if I were to put the iPad down and maybe tap on some other things, some smaller objects, that might help the breathing or the back pain. I don't know. Please let me know if you'd be interested in that, because I'd like to try, but of course I'd rather just if you would rather see just the trivia questions, then I am more than happy to do that. Of course, I will just start making sure that I bring in the chair from out in the dining room, and we'll test if that helps my back. My back, not my back. So, watching this video, and I really do appreciate any feedback, any support. I appreciate your support, your continued support, even when my videos might be late, they might not be the best. You have to listen to me complain and, be unconfident about my videos. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. As always, any and all feedback is greatly appreciated. And yeah, so I will let you go for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I look forward to seeing you